Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. And the Miami Dolphins.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the shop at the 23-yard line. Take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go, but if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Tua to throw right away. Eluding the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Able to find Shaheen here. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From midfield, here's Tua. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
The Dolphins at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary. That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And we know all about the importance of this ball game. Sure, we're still just in the middle part of the season, but this one you feel could have ramifications down the line.
Right now you're looking at these 2 teams as being the number 1 and 2 seeds in the NFC, and I know it's a little early to start worrying about seeding and such, but let's face it, if these 2 meet again, the winner of this game could be the one hosting that game that they play down the road.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run once more with Taylor. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On play action, here's Tua. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Whew.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
They fake the handoff, now Tua. And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Taylor.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, good move. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. To throw again on second down. Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This could be an AFC championship preview.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 20. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Quez Watkins, 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give for Taylor, running right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. KC's offense ready to take over.
And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, it's Mahomes. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Got to give the offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on 2nd down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a 1st down. That's one way to keep that defense at bay.
The numbers for Travis Kelce last week. 7 catches, 57 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get this sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Second down and 3.
Mahomes going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books. But it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. Tua to throw again. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Taylor. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here. Here's Taylor again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half. This is becoming quite the half he's had here. Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues. 3 already for him. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued. And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one. 11 yards for number 11. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment. No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 33 yards that time.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there. Step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Hurry, hurry.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Butker's kick here is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
To this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. It's an act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And he'll bring this one back to...
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mahomes